When a 20-stone man hits you on the jaw compared to a man at 17, it's a bit different, for sure. I'm going to beat him that bad on Saturday. He ain't going to want a rematch, but I believe that I was the best I could have been. I don't think I could have done any better. Maybe if they'd have said to me, write you down in the last 2 rounds, I probably could have went out and tried to attack him and tried to get him out of there myself. But other than that, I've done the best I could, you know. He's a good fighter.
Just finish, please. Rematch, gentlemen. Thoughts?
Sorry?
Rematch, thoughts?
Yeah, you know, we just had a fight. If you can see my face, I'm pretty busted up, and he's gone to the hospital with a broken jaw, and he's busted too. So we're putting out of each other for 12 rounds there. So we're going to go home, eat some food, drink a few beers, spend some family time, walk my dog, go to the tip, and me and Frank will talk about what's going to happen in the future.
A historic fight took place between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. It was a special event in boxing history, especially after what happened when these two titans met a few months earlier. Now the Gypsy King Fury has dropped a bombshell that has the entire boxing world buzzing. What is this bombshell, and what does it mean for Fury's future in the sport? You have to watch this video till the end to find out. As they say, if you blink you miss a trick. Tyson Fury has become a household name in boxing. Millions of people can't wait to see him enter the ring to do what he does best. His rematch with Ukrainian Oleksandr Usyk was one of the most watched sporting events in 2024.
You know, in the first career, what I call the first career up until becoming world champion after Klitschko, and making the comeback at 30 years old. Like, when you think of sports people at 30, they're usually nearly always done, aren't they? Whether it be footballers, tennis players, rugby, anybody. To make a comeback from nothing, 30 stone, to getting back to the top of the world again, that was an epic journey. And only yesterday I was saying to Paris, like, to make a comeback at 30 years old, coming back from 28, 30 stone.
But it is not the event that took place in the ring we are talking about in this video. Instead, we want to inform you of what happened afterward. Tyson Fury said something that is completely unexpected. It is so far away from the norm that many people can't even believe that the boxing superstar would contemplate something like that in the first place.
You go to the gym, come back, you eat, you go back to your room, watch TV. I watched everything on the television that there is. And then, yeah, you go to the gym again.
And do you stay in contact with Paris and the kids, or is it once a day, once a week? Do you have to be sort of quite strict about that?
I've not spoke to Paris for 3 months. Not a word. Not spoke to anyone. Not been on my phone. I've been away from it all.
And is that something you've worked out over the years that works for you?
No, I just wanted to give myself the best opportunity I can.
We are talking about something shocking that you will need a minute to actually believe it was said. Why? Because it is highly unlikely you will expect something like this to come from Fury himself. Fury is a man who takes pride in his family, but he revealed a shocking decision he made before the fight, a decision that will have questioned everything you know about the Gypsy King in recent times.
But I'm a man close on to 40-year-old with an army of kids and everything. It's not really about me anymore. I suppose when I was coming up in my young teens and early 20s, it was about me. I wanted to be rich, and I wanted to be well off, and I wanted to have a family. I wanted all them things. And it probably would have meant a lot then, because it would have had an outcome on my life. But the fact is, it doesn't have any outcome on my life. It's only a boxing fight, and I can still do the same stuff regardless of win, lose, draw, knockout, whatever. Do you know what I mean? If I'd have knocked him out in the first 10 seconds, it wouldn't have altered my life at all. I wouldn't have done anything different. You know, people say, oh, you could use your name as heavyweight champion. I've never once used it as heavyweight champion. In the past 4 years or 5 years, I was champion. I didn't go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not someone who's going to chuck my name around anyway to get stuff. If I want something, I buy it, pay for it there and then, you know. I don't need to get freebies and stuff.
To get freebies and stuff. In an interview with TNT Sports, Fury admitted that in the build-up to the fight he has locked himself away from his family and not said a word to his wife Paris in 3 months. He said, it's been a long camp being away from my wife and kids for 3 months. I've not spoken to Paris at all for 3 months, not one word. Yeah, I've sacrificed a lot. When asked if the sacrifice was worth it, he replied 100%. Then he revealed his happiness of spending time with family. I'll be flying home for Christmas. Fury said, plenty of eggnog and minced pies, turkey, and all that. I can't wait. I wish it was tonight, and I was going home in the morning. While his statement is not what many expected after such a historic fight, it is not the only revelation he made.
Good light heavyweight, good cruiserweight. He beat some good average heavyweights, good world contender heavyweights, stepped up to the big boys, beat. So I expect the same from Oleksandr, to be fair. Who was the other one? Sultan Ibragimov. He was Olympic silver medalist. He was 20-0. He was world. I think he beat Shannon Briggs for the world championship, and he was found wanting against Vladimir Klitschko at Madison Square Garden. So I could just keep going on and on and on and on. Let's use Johnny Nelson for instance. Johnny was he was an undefeated cruiserweight when he was cruiserweight, but every time he stepped up heavyweight, he got bashed. So there is. It's facts. It's facts. I'm not slagging anybody off.
Fury exposed something that many people didn't know about Usyk. He was in a different division before deciding to fight the British boxer. Now Fury revealed that Usyk's move to the heavyweight division is among the reasons he won the rematch. The British boxing legend pointed out that whenever a boxer moves to a higher division is going to be found out. Although his revelation sounds strange, there are facts to back it up. While there is no definitive rule that applies to all boxers, several factors contribute to the challenges faced by fighters when they step up in weight class.
And it was edge of the seat stuff, Bob. Could have swung either way. But, when it comes down to it, when I have to pull the chips out every time, I've delivered 33 times in a row, and I never let anyone down. I always give it me all, 100% tonight. I came into this fight tonight thinking, you can only do your best in life, and whatever's meant to be, whatever's destined, written in the stars for you will be. And that's it. I trained hard, I dedicated my life, and I got the victory tonight. And I just want to say thank you to God, and thank you to all my team and all that. And it was a great time, but I've been home for 2 weeks out the last 6 months. I just had a little daughter born. I didn't have the best preparations in camp, but I don't make excuses. I came here, I was fit as a fiddle, and as strong as an ox. So it was what it was. But now I'm going to go home and regroup and spend some well-earned time with my kids and my wife.
First, moving up in weight often means facing larger and potentially more powerful opponents. This can lead to a higher likelihood of losing, especially if the boxer struggles to adapt to the increased size and strength of their opponents. Another difficulty boxers such as Usyk face is carrying their punching power effectively. A boxer must be able to carry their punching power effectively when moving up in weight. If they cannot, they may find it difficult to compete against heavier fighters who can absorb more punishment and deliver stronger blows. However, boxers who have the skill and experience to compete across multiple weight classes tend to fare better. Those who lack this adaptability may struggle more when facing opponents in a higher division. There are notable instances of boxers who have moved up in weight and experienced a decline in their performance. For example, Haim Mongia, a former champion, faced difficulties after moving up, losing 2 out of 3 fights, including a significant upset against Bruno Surat. This illustrates that not all boxers successfully transition to higher divisions. Some even make the mistake of trying to increase their size quickly to match those in higher divisions. This idea can be detrimental since they will lose speed, stamina, and power. Therefore, boxers must avoid traditional bodybuilding programs that prioritize size over functional strength and speed. Instead, their training should integrate speed and power to increase chances of victory. Boxers tend to increase their training frequency to accommodate the additional muscle mass and ensure they maintain their conditioning. This often includes multiple training sessions per day that blend skill work, sparring, and strength training, but their body may not adapt to all the new adjustments. Another thing a boxer can do is to prevent losing speed, so training programs should include a mix of speed, power, and strength exercises. This might involve plyometric drills and explosive movements at the beginning of workouts when energy levels are highest. However, it may create more problems in future as they may not have the same endurance they had in lower division. Then you have to consider nutritional changes. Boxers moving up a weight class need to adjust their caloric intake to support muscle growth. This often means consuming more calories than they did at their previous weight, focusing on lean proteins, low GI carbohydrates, and healthy fats to fuel their training and recovery. Sparring sessions may need to be adjusted to account for the increased size and strength of opponents. Boxers must learn to adapt their techniques to effectively deal with larger fighters, which can involve changes in footwork, distance management, and defensive strategies. As boxers gain weight, they may need to refine their techniques to ensure they can still execute their skills effectively at the new weight. This includes practicing movements that may feel different due to the increased mass, so their struggles will become more prevalent. Transitioning to a higher weight division requires a comprehensive approach to training that balances muscle gain with the maintenance of speed and agility. Some boxers can successfully adapt to the challenges of competing at a higher weight, but the majority struggle. In summary, while it is not universally true that boxers who move to higher divisions lose more matches, like Fury claimed after the rematch, many do face increased challenges that can lead to a higher rate of losses.
More like a standing count, do you know what I mean? So, I've only been put down 7 times. Here's one lawyer. Can I be classed as being put down 8 times because one was a standing count? Can't be, can I? There we go, thank you. Feel much better now. Geety, you look about 20 years younger with that hairstyle and them glasses. Teenager, like a Spice Girl.
I just heard you saying there that when you were asked about do you have to do anything differently or better, etc., and you said not really.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
Well, not really. It is what it says on the ticket, really. Like I say, I did a fantastic performance in my last fight.
Fury has also revealed his reason for fighting Usyk for the second time. Speaking in an exclusive interview with TNT Sports, Fury's promoter Warren revealed his fighter made slight adjustments to face the Ukraine fighter. We saw these adjustments during the fight. Tyson had to keep that jab going. He worked the jab and it relaxed the fighter. Everything flowed off it when they were winding themselves up and looking for the big punches. It hardly ever worked out. Fury revealed that he was determined to get a rematch because he believed he won the first time in May. Then he told the media that he watched the fight with Usyk many times and realized his mistakes. Furthermore, Fury believed both of them were really up for this fight, but he knew from the earlier fight that a little adjustment can be made for the second title bout. They've shared fight rounds together, they know their strengths and weaknesses, and that fight would have taken something out of both of them. It was a tough and brutal fight. After the fight, speculation began on the next thing for Fury. Some analysts are speculating about retirement. However, he has banished thoughts of retirement, telling Sky Sports, "I'm not interested in all that stuff. That stuff's for the lame. I'm ready for action, guaranteed satisfaction."
A lot easier. People saying, oh, he's a hard man to hit. I was lighting him up 3 and 4 punch combinations, laughing at him. My problem in that fight, I probably had too much fun. It was probably too easy. At times, it was too easy. It was like I was in there with a local amateur boxer, and I was just enjoying it too much and messing around, and you paid the ultimate price in round 9 where I got a 10-8 round and got clipped. And that's what happens when you have too much fun. And they always tell me, never mix your work with having fun. And I've always given them the middle finger, and it's come back now on it to me.
We are talking about something shocking that you will need a minute to actually believe it was said. Why? Because it is highly unlikely you will expect something like this to come from Fury himself. Fury is a man who takes pride in his family, but he revealed a shocking decision he made before the fight, a decision that will have questioned everything you know about the Gypsy King in recent times.
The buzzers, everything hangs out with his own. White people are culture's different from black people. Puerto Ricans and Indonesians cannot integrate. Egyptians and Germans cannot integrate. Australians and Mexicans cannot integrate. They have different foods, they have different music, different cultures. See, you white and I'm black. If white people have a party tonight and black people have a party, the party will be 100% different. The music, I go in a white restaurant, we integrate today, white. You go in a white restaurant, you gotta look all day on the jukebox to find some music.
No. At our party, we'll have Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, and...
Let me tell you now, if I go play a jukebox in a white restaurant, anybody black Italian here, you got to look all over that box for some black music. Hank Snow, Johnny Cash,
Josh White.
All kind of names I ain't never heard of. You know, when that train comes around that mountain, when that train comes.